Greetings to all of my Aquarius. Hi, Aquarius. We are going to get into a general reading for you, okay? Cuspers and cross watchers, you're welcome here. So I'm going to use the karma cards for you, Aquarius, and we'll start off for those who don't understand how the karma cards work. I will talk you through it as I'm reading them, okay? So it starts off with your planets, the signs, and the houses. There's a spiritual, mental, and physical message with each side, okay? You have an action side and you have an outcome side. Mars. So that's your planet. Mars is a card of aggression, assertiveness, wars, things like that. Maybe you're speaking up for yourself around this time. There could be, I don't know, verbal communication arguments, or you having to stand up for your beliefs, or maybe you're arguing about something, hopefully not physically fighting. In Cancer, so this could be a maternal figure. This could be a parent or somebody like a mother or a father figure or something. But there's a lot of emotions connected to this. How you feel. This could be how you feel about the past. Having to trust your intuition. And the 12th house, that's Pisces energy. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. So the first message for you, Aquarius, this is a spiritual action that needs to be taken. Energize your feelings. Sing oneness with all there is, okay? So this is a time for you to really like put that passion behind your feelings, seeking oneness with all there is. You're being encouraged to connect. Body, mind, and spirit. Also, you may have to connect and be on one page with someone, okay, or people. The mental action that needs to be taken is confront attitudes from the past about philanthropy, okay? So this is a time when you're being told to confront people or attitudes about give and take, kindness. Okay, maybe there's a Cancer who feels as though, you know, or a mother figure who feels as though, or a father figure who feels as though they have a difference of opinion about kindness, give and take, how things are done in some way, okay? The physical action that needs to be taken is force yourself to use your intuition and keep your involvement hidden. So you're being encouraged to force yourself to use your intuition, but keep your involvement in something hidden. So that may not sound right to some people. Maybe the cross watchers don't like that or something like that, but you're being encouraged to kind of be the person who's out of sight, okay? Trust your intuition. Force yourself to use your intuition around this time. That may be hard for you as an Aquarius because you're a logical sign, okay? You're a thinker. So those feelings, you're like, you kind of like, I don't have time to be feeling anything. I just go by what I see, the facts, that's it. But you're being encouraged to trust your intuition and keep your involvement in something hidden, okay? So the outcome with this situation is also Scorpio and Aries rules Mars, so you could be dealing with a Scorpio or Aries, Cancer, or a Pisces, okay? All right, so, or you may have those signs within your natal chart, okay? So the outcome, the spiritual outcome is the drive for intuition to protect your faith, okay? So you're being driven to protect your faith right now, your intuition. Your intuition is telling you to protect what you have faith in. Okay? That's what the outcome of something is. The mental outcome is the confrontation of attitudes from the past about hidden tendencies. Okay? There could be some arguments or disagreements because someone's attitude or how they feel differs from yours about hidden tendencies. Things that are hidden. Maybe someone is accusing you of having some sort of hidden tendency, or you're accusing them, or something like that. But this has something to do with a past situation. A Cancer could be significant, an Aries could be significant, a Scorpio could be significant, a Pisces could be significant. But the physical outcome of this is action resulting from the history of large institutions or overwhelming events. Large institutions could represent government, it could represent church, it could represent religion, it could represent prisons, it could represent traditions, the way things are. Something like that, but there's actions resulting from the history of that, or some sort of overwhelming event. Something about the past is coming back up. And there could be some sort of confronting this. You're having to address something, or someone is confronting you about some sort of past situation. This has something to do with what was hidden, the truth about how things were done, possibly give and take, or something. But you're also being sort of encouraged to kind of hide your position in something, or keep your involvement hidden. I mean, as much as that may sound like very sneaky type behavior, that's what the cards are saying though. So I don't know why you would have to keep your involvement in something hidden. The Queen of Cups, again, Cancer energy. Knight of Wands, King of Cups, Pisces energy. Strength card, Leo energy. At the bottom of the deck, Cancer energy again. Maybe you have significant Cancer placement with this Three of Cups here. There's going to be like a celebration between you possibly and two other people, just coming together. This could be all of the same sex, people all of the same sex, just enjoying themselves, having a good time, laughing, drinking, talking, things like that. This may be a family event or something. But Queen of Cups is crowning the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is your energy, Aquarius. And for some of you all, you felt like you put yourself on the front line a lot in this life. You know, you had to emotionally protect what was in this. You may feel like you sacrificed yourself a lot. Okay? You had to take the brunt of a lot of stuff. This person is standing on the edge of the sea. They have, looks like seashells or rocks up under their feet. So if they stand up, this isn't even a secure, this is like standing on something that's unbalanced. But you're still willing to sit there and make a sacrifice. You have this chalice, it's covered up. So whatever is inside is very valuable to you. This could be a memory or something from your past, or something about yourself that you're protecting. But I see the desire of you wanting to move on, you wanting to get out of these choppy waters. You realize that the waters, you're tired of taking the brunt of something, the wave of something. It's like you want to get out of these choppy waters and move into a smoother life. You're ready to sort of leave something behind. You're kind of feeling like enough is enough. You've had enough of this. The Knight of Wands here is, this is like moving in haste, moving very fast. Okay, this could be a challenge. Okay, this person is in full armor. They have their wand raised and they're ready to make a magical moment change. But you could be in your head about how things are happening. You could feel sort of stuck or trapped, but that's an illusion. Like, that's the Eight of Swords is about you being in your head and convincing yourself and telling yourself something over and over again. That's not true. If you look, the swords don't go all the way around this person. This person isn't stuck. These ropes can fall off and they can remove the blindfolds and walk right out. So it's all in their head that they're stuck or they don't know or see something. The King of Cups is here. And this is like emotional, getting through a lot of emotional battles. A healing is going to take place with a trustworthy person. You have the Hermit card here. This represents that Virgo energy, and the Eight of Swords represent Gemini energy. So there's a lot of communication, fast talking, and just, you know, things leaving each other, people's mouth. You may be saying something, someone else may be coming back trying to challenge you on everything. You know, so I really feel like I almost feel like you're kind of throwing up your hands and saying, okay, I'm going to just stay out of the way, even though you're kind of involved. But you're staying out the way, but you're keeping tabs on something. You're emotionally invested in this though. But you're not letting anyone know that. Maybe a Virgo is keeping you informed of what's going on. But it's like you're holding up your lamp to get spiritual enlightenment on how a situation is going to turn out. You may feel like your presence there is causing a lot of confusion, or you're just tired of you're tired of debating or something. But this looks like you're finding your strength though. You're being very disciplined and you're looking at new opportunities. You're looking at a new option, new opportunities to do something. Let's see what else is coming out. You're being handed an opportunity. Some of you all may be relocating, or this is just a new chance at doing something, a new way of doing something. Why is this Queen of Cups here? The Emperor. There could be a masculine energy or the head of a household that you feel like you've sacrificed a lot for. This could be someone where they expect for you to go by their rules, even if it sacrifices you or don't put you in the best situation. You're very compassionate and loving, but this could be a person where they're uncompromising. There's just some things they're not willing to budge on. Maybe this is because of ego, maybe it's because of experience. Let me see what else is coming out. Knight of Wands, the Empress. A lot of matching energy. This could be someone who you're married to, or this could be a married couple you're feeling like you had to go up against. I see head of the household or in charge. This could be even like people who run their own business, supervisors or something like that. Maybe you feel like you've made a lot of sacrifices for people and they don't even see you or see what you bring to the table. Why is the King of Cups here? You have a desire. You have a lot of opportunities coming in and a lot of communication, things like that. I feel like people want to know what you think, or you want to know what someone is thinking or how they feel. There's a lot of movement in another direction. Let me see what the Strength card is, the Hangman. You could feel really stuck in a situation though. You're trying to see something from a unique point of view. You feel like you've sacrificed a lot. You've been very charitable. You could feel like you sacrificed your time. I almost feel like you want to get away from something now that you have discovered something. Oh, wow. The Six of Swords is being clarified by the Six. You have a deep desire to get away from something because you feel like it's too complicated. Why is this Eight of Swords here? The Two of Wands. So you are going to get out your mind. Some of you all may be traveling. It's like maybe you're trying to get away from something that has made you feel like trapped, like you could not get away. But the first chance that you get, it looks like you're out of there. You're distancing yourself from something. To me, it looks like you're physically distancing yourself from something that has been difficult for you, where you feel like you've made a lot of sacrifices. The Hermit card, Page of Swords here. A Virgo may be bringing you back information. Someone may be spying, or a Virgo may be spying on you. But someone may be bringing you back information, like a student where they're learning everything. And because I feel like you're keeping your distance. But it's like you're on defense and you're learning from afar. This could be from a younger person. There could be a significant age difference between you and them. The Hermit can be a senior or older person, whereas the Page of Swords is a very youthful person. This could be the baby of the family, or the baby, like the youngest, the last person who was hired, something like that, your youngest child, or someone is keeping you informed of something. Because I feel like, again, you want to keep your involvement hidden, but you still want to get the information. So you're choosing to physically distance yourself and let someone else kind of just watch out and like keep an eye on things and then bring you back the information. Why is the Ace of Wands here? The Queen of Cups again. Yeah, you feel like you can be the Queen of Cups somewhere else while you're not up under the thumb of this Emperor. You feel like you can be loving and kind, or your kindness can be used somewhere else. Your understanding, your sacrifices. You actually feel like now you can really focus on what you have. But be careful, Aquarius, that you're not leaving one sacrificing situation only to put yourself into another. If you change your location but don't change your perspective or your mind, you just repeat the same cycles again. At the bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles. So you may be investing into something or wanting to invest into something that you feel as though is going to give you some sort of good return. This could be you moving to another job or starting your own business or something. Let me see what else is coming out. Some of you all will be getting into entrepreneurship. But to me, it looks like you kind of want to keep something to yourself or quiet. Let's get some information on an outside source. Let's get some information on an outside source. Let's get this information on an outside source. Health, pride, patience, discipline, acceptance, service, relationships. So some sort of outside source. They love themselves and they see themselves in everyone. They're focusing on their health or their body right now. They're very disciplined. They can accomplish whatever they put their mind to, and they have accepted that some things that they just cannot change. Okay, this is also a patient person. They accept that they believe that everything happens in divine order, and they enjoy being a good service to others. They enjoy helping others. Okay, so there's some sort of relationship, but they're attracted to those people who serve their highest good. So I'm not sure why you and someone like this would be having an issue. I don't know. I'm not sure what the outside, so it looks like you're trying to physically get away from a situation. So this could be a number of people who you've come in contact with. Maybe you feel like you sacrificed a lot for one person or one group or something like that, and maybe this is just a number of people, and this could represent one person in that group. Okay, but I do feel like you're having to stand up for yourself in some way. Okay, and it does look like you're trying to have a new start somewhere else as that Queen of Cups. But you're dealing with some sort of outside source that they're a very healthy person. This is somebody who's balanced in life, and they have a lot of patience too, but for some reason, they're only dealing with people who can serve their higher good. If they feel like a person is low vibrational, or they're like very dishonest or very secretive, not secretive in a way where they're just private, but secretive in a way where they just kind of, keep a lot of lies hidden up under there. This is someone who you're going to have a falling out with if you're not being an honest person. Okay, and vice versa. This could be someone who you feel like they're not being honest, and this is why you all don't get along. Okay, so there's something about, I'm not sure who this is. Maybe this is the person who you're going to. You're leaving one group that you feel like you kind of want to get from up under their thumb, and you're just kind of watching things from afar or something like that, and then you're connecting with someone outside of that group, okay, that you feel like you all could have a better relationship or something like that. All right. I'm gonna get a spiritual message. That'll be the end of your reading. Look for a sign, peaceful resolution, get more information, wait. So you're being encouraged to look for a sign. There's a peaceful resolution to this, but all parties involved they're going to have to want to resolve these issues, whatever this is. And you need to get more information, and that could be while you're in that hermit mode and kind of learning things through that Page of Swords from afar. Okay, you may have somebody that's bringing you back more information, but I do feel like you're in a waiting period. You're going to be in a waiting period until you know how to move forward or what you want to do. Okay, you're going to make a decision, but it looks like you may be moving on to a different environment with that Ace of Wands, where you feel like you can make the magic happen, or you can have a new start or something, a new opportunity somewhere else where you can be the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups in peace. Like you can start anew somewhere else. Okay, maybe you didn't feel valued or appreciated where you were. Okay, all right. That is the end of your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, Aquarius, cross watchers, and cuspers. I will talk with you, amazing Aquarius, later. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section and subscribe to the channel. I will talk with you later.